months of fighting, countless sparks extinguished, all for the Autobots to blast the Allspark through a space bridge and exile the Decepticons from Cybertron. You four are my most loyal lieutenants, and that is why you're here. Aboard this vessel, we will search every nook and cranny of the galaxy until the Allspark lies within our servos, so that the Decepticon life lost may not be in vain.
The Allspark is lost. We're not going to find it, no matter how long we search.
Nonsense! The mighty Megatron knows what he's talking about. We'll find the Allspark in no time at all, you'll see.
There is nothing out here!
I will not endure that disrespect, Blitzwing. If you want off this ship, then we'll throw you down the trash compactor and hurl your sparkler shell out into the cosmos!
Good! Do it!
Shockwave, report.
Something has been detected by the scanners, my liege. In relatively close proximity. It is an organic life form.
Not the Allspark?
Unfortunately not, Lord Megatron. But there is something quite peculiar about this. It keeps appearing and disappearing from the scanner, as if it's not fully organic. It's emanating from the nearby planet Arca 7.
Lugnut, Blitzwing, go down to this planet's surface and find this life form that Shockwave finds so interesting.
It is nearby!
Lugnut, I feel that Megatron has lost his way. Despite what he thinks, he is not the same idealist that he once was.
How dare you engage in such foolish thinking, Blitzwing? Megatron is our one true master!
It's a Cybertronian.
It's an Autobot!
I'm not an Autobot. I never will be.
You bring an Autobot to my ship?
She has defected. She has nowhere to go.
I will rip her apart, servo from servo.
She was not even involved in the war. She's a young bot.
They're all the same to me.
Lord Megatron, granting her mercy may pose a certain logic. She's an elite guard cadet. She has information that could be useful to our undercover mission, and she seems willing to cooperate.
Let her stay for the time being, then. She better prove useful.
What are these?
Meltdown's genetic experiments.
Oh, this is weird!
Meltdown! Show yourself!
I'm everywhere.
Still just as pretentious, I see. So, what have you been up to for the last 10 years?
For years, I tried to make an all-organic transformer. One that could convert from beast to beast with no disgusting technological component. Until I touched the genetic modifier. At that moment, my dreams became reality. Because from then on, I realized that I was an all-organic transformer. Ever since my body was liquefied, I could become anything.
By the Allspark!
Nice trick. Shame you're not doing anything with it.
Oh, I beg to differ. It's no coincidence that some DAC systems is withering and dying. Over the last 10 years, some DAC's investors and business associates have been melting away. The world believes that I'm dead, and with that, I can operate unopposed. I can buy out the Sumdac properties which are willing to sell, and make sure that those who aren't willing felt the burn. I am untraceable. I am a ghost who will plague Isaac Sumdac without him ever realizing it.
Except that we traced you here.
Yes, and for that reason, you're going to have to die. Still searching for a way to purge yourself of the organic contamination?
What do you think?
That's all you've tried to do ever since you arrived here 50 stellar cycles ago.
The Decepticons have tech that far surpasses that of the Autobots. Or at least what the common Autobot is allowed to use. Not what Perceptor and the Science Guild hoard for themselves. So, why are you here? You don't normally come down to my lab.
I am not the romantic type, Blackarachnia. Do not waste your efforts on me. I'm here because I trust you, and I need your help.
Triple changer technology? That's only experimental.
And I believe that you can make it possible. I do not trust Shockwave with such a feat. That sucker would immediately report it to Megatron.
So, this is on the down low from our Lord and Master.
The triple changer mod would give me a tactical edge in staging a revolt against Megatron. He is not fit to rule.
And you believe that you are?
I believe that I have true Decepticon ideals. The Autobots branded us Decepticons as a derogatory term, but Megatron has devolved into a twisted, psychotic warmonger that very much so fits that description. What are you implying? I'm implying that I am being manipulated by someone fueled by the lust for power, who is crafting political machinations to achieve said power. Would you deny this? Lord Megatron, I would never deceive you. Do not attempt to pull a wall over my optics. You cannot honestly expect me to be ignorant of what you're trying to do. Climbing the ranks until you reach the top. You want to reach the top, Shockwave. We never did get our rematch all those stellar cycles ago. I'm not going to fight you, Lord Megatron. I'm your servant. Your dependent. Then why manipulate me? It's not power I seek, my liege. It's approval. Approval. I've committed Spark and Servo to serving you, yet I find myself treated as an equal to Three-Face and that dim-witted Diode. I deserve better! I've been by your side since the beginning. I shouldn't have acted that way, my liege. This has just been buried in me for far too long. I apologize for my manipulation of you, my liege. Do not apologize for your strength. We are Decepticons, after all. Wear that name as a badge. Come again? Why do you think I keep you around, Shockwave, when I could so easily see you reduced to a steaming pile of slag in a matter of nanoclicks? It's because you possess the traits of a Decepticon. Whereas Lugnut is nothing but a loyal attack dog to be manipulated, and Blitzwing is a hollow shell of a bot whose mental state ensures that he is nothing but a number. You offer something invaluable to this cause. You remind me of me. You don't need to worry about your place here. Before we finish this conversation, would you mind pulling me up? These claws of mine aren't exactly designed for dexterity. Thank you, Lord Megatron. but I do not believe I'm worthy of being compared to you. You have only grown in your ability as a leader since the dawn of the Great War. And you possess a reputation that will never be matched.
Would that be a genuine compliment, or another string of manipulations?
I say that with complete sincerity, from my spark of sparks.
Good. Continue your experiments, my ever-loyal Shockwave. Your value in my optics is not threatened.
Well, that was anticlimactic.
No, the modifier. I'm solidified. I can't move. No, I can't stop sliding down.
Have fun in the molten core. It's fitting. The one thing hot enough to melt Meltdown.
Even if I die here, I will win. I've achieved everything I've ever wanted, whereas you never will. You'll always be a disgusting techno-organic hybrid, as long as you live.
I may look disgusting, Meltdown, but you truly are disgusting. No remorse, no ideals. For a human, you surprisingly lack humanity. Alright, let's begin the operation.
This is a shocking experience.
Wait, his wings are disappearing.
You're not stabilizing his triple T-cog. You're changing him.
Don't worry about it, Lugnut.
What are you doing to Blitzwing?
Blitzy, the T-cog modification is extremely dangerous. If you...
I understand the risk.
Megatron, what are you doing?
Uazu, get those slimy servos off me! Why am I in this research lab? Techno-organic mutant.
What did you do to him?
I made him better. His personality circuits have been fractured into 3 easy-to-manage traits, and with his memories wiped, he will never get around to staging his coup against me.
Uazu, you think you can?
I am your leader, and you will comply. Understand?
Megatron did that to Blitzwing? He told us it was an accident.
And he's a liar. But right now, I can change Blitzwing back.
Blackarachnia. The helmet. What happened?
Megatron tampered with the experiment. He turned you into a husk of yourself. I brought you back, my friend.
I remember. I maintained thy memories. Change me back, Blackarachnia.
What?
The memories. It's too painful to live with the burden of knowing what's right and having to spend every cycle fighting to achieve that. Every bot has a different definition of justice, and they all actively work against each other to achieve them. For the last 950 stellar cycles, I have been merely a pawn on Megatron's cyber chessboard, and I have felt no burden, no pain.
Compliance? How could you be this weak? Having full awareness that you're serving a bot with no ideals, but simply choosing not to do anything about it?
It is not that Megatron lacks ideals. Megatron's ideals have merely changed. Your ideals have changed too, Blackarachnia. For when I knew Zoo had a similar disparity and ruthlessness. And that is the key here. Ideals create war. Conflict is the spawn of bots who crusade to achieve a sense of their own justification of moral righteousness. As we decrease the number of bots who resist Megatron's reign, the closer we get to peace.
But why Megatron? The bot who doesn't value very sparks.
His insensitivity ensures that he can make the necessary sacrifices. So change me back, Blackarachnia. For the world does not need the resistance that I'll bring. What did I miss?
Where are you off to?
I'm leaving.
Oh, but if you leave, you may never find a means of ridding yourself of the organic side which you so loathe. This is the Allspark. This is what we were searching for when we found you. I'm sure you're familiar with it from your Autobot education. But what I'm sure you don't know is that it may have the power to change you back. However, you'll never get that opportunity unless you stay and serve my will.
What makes me so valuable to you?
Very shortly, Shockwave will be embarking on an undercover mission. This vessel will be in need of a lead science officer, and you could fit that role very well. If not, that's no issue.
Do you really think the Allspark has the power to change her back?
Unlikely, but she doesn't need to know that. Lugnut, Blitzwing, did you... Blackarachnia. It's been cycles. I haven't been graced by your presence since Starscream placed that bomb on my back and I was teleported to Earth. How did this reunion come to be?
Circumstances brought us together. Blitzwing suffered from a T-Cog injury.
Oh. I hope there was no change in his condition.
What do you mean by condition?
Ah, good. Now you two, I believe that I gave you an order. And when I deliver those, I expect them to be followed. Find the clone.
You didn't learn your lesson, huh?
There's no lesson to be learned. When you mess with Blitzwing, you get your spark stabbed out with a long metal stick.
A shish kebab! Why do you follow Megatron's will? He's a sparkless monster. He only wants me out of the way because I'm a threat to his power. That's all he wants, domination, and he'll do whatever sick task he has to achieve it.
Lord Megatron,
I take it that you failed. Miserably. Per usual.
I did, my lord. I failed to prevent the Starscream knockoff from escaping.
If you cannot be entrusted with a simple, mundane task, then I cannot trust you around the advanced equipment in the medical bay. Return to your quarters.
But, Master, I am sparking!
Heal your own wounds as compensation for your failure. If you are weak enough to be defeated in such a humiliating manner, you do not deserve such resources.
Lord Megatron,
What, Lugnut?
Nothing, my liege.
Not the bot you thought he was, is he?
A mere misunderstanding, Blackarachnia. Megatron is still our leader.
Yes, that's going to change. I've become quite bored with that organic planet. I could use a change of pace. And dethroning that old warmonger Megatron seems like a good place to start. You in?
Blackarachnia. I hear you're rejoining our ranks.
Indeed.
So, I have a question for you. 10 stellar cycles ago, the elite guard was chasing a fugitive named Wasp. According to Sentinel Prime's reports, he wound up in your servos, and you changed him into a techno-organic.
That would be true.
How did you achieve this? With transwarp energy?
Something like that.
Well, I was thinking, how ideal would it be if you were to teach me your methods and bring some of that tech here?
Ideal for you, maybe.
No. Ideal for both of us.
Come on, boys. We're moving.
Master Megatron, Blackarachnia has detected an energy signature at a nearby Autobot space bridge outpost.
Another life form?
No, Valish. We believe it's the Allspark.
Head there immediately.
Man, nothing really happened today.
Yep, completely boring day.